Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Odoo's live webinar. My name is Naresh and I'm part of sales team at India location. I'm going to be the presenter for today's webinar. So in today's webinar, we're going to present how you can manage your rental services with Odoo Rental. Today's webinar is going to be, very interactive, and it's going to be very crystal clear that how you can manage your rental services. Nowadays, there are a lot of industries, a lot of companies have started renting out their products. We know there are some companies who's actually renting out two-wheelers, four-wheelers, bicycles, some health equipments, fitness equipments. Even some of the companies started renting out clothing, accessories. There are a lot of actually companies have started doing renting their products, because rental nowadays is actually a win-win situation for the customers and even for the companies who have started doing this business. Because even for the customers who are new and want to just for a shorter period, they want to use a product. They want to they want product to be rented rather than purchasing it. And at the same time, it actually generates more revenue for the companies as well. But the challenges remains the same for the for the industries, for the companies, that how they can actually everything can be materialized in a way that they can give a good customer service, how they can manage their products, such as how they can pick up and drops things and all that things, how they can manage on ERP or even on the software. So, and how Odoo can be the best fit for such companies by using rental services. So we're going to discuss that in today's webinar. So before we start, we'll discuss about Odoo's story. So here's the story about Odoo. This is one of the pick from 2007. If we talk about Odoo, it was started in 2005, but this is one of the pick of 2007. You can see at the right hand side, he's the founder. Fabian is the founder of Odoo, and there are some of the shining star faces who had helped Odoo to go to a next level. Now, if we talk about in 2019, there are actually a lot of people. Currently, we have 850 plus employees across the globe, and it's actually still counting. You can see the graph. It's a dynamic and constant evolving Odoo. You can see there are 2,450 partners across the globe. And if you talk about, there are total 5 million users across 176 countries. Odoo's last year revenue was somewhere around $70 million. So you can see it in the graph. Now, Brussels is the headquarters of Odoo, wherein they manage sales and marketing. We are at India location in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, wherein we manage research and development, services and sales. As I mentioned earlier, we are around 850 employees across the globe, and it's still counting. 2,550 partners, and we are in 176 countries now. So recently we have crossed 5 million users across the globe. If you talk about companies, now companies have new challenges, but what remain key is centralization of data. That's one of the issue for a lot of the companies, how they can centralize that data. So we're going to, how Odoo can be the best fit, how Odoo can help such companies, wherein managing their data. Now, if we talk about on average, only 40% of the employees' time is spent on that core function. It's for majority of the companies, this is the case. They spend their time on emailing, they spend some other activities, some unnecessary meetings, because that data is not centralized. That data is not over the ERP or the software, which can manage, even if you are at a different location, even if you are not in touch with each other, but still you can manage your data. So how Odoo can be the best fit? And this is one of the issue for majority of the companies, since their employees are not more productive just because of this. Now, if you talk about the company, where the company lack when it comes to managing their data, since because they are using a different softwares and some other heavy ERPs, which is in every module or every application is in the different ERP. Now, Odoo is one of the okay, you can say a market king, wherein it gives you a bundle. Everything is in one solution. Now, the information is difficult to access when you are using a different softwares, different ERPs, but when you have all the access into a single app, you can manage your data very easily, and it becomes very user friendly as well, and even for your employees and for the management as well. Odoo is one need, one app. Integration is pretty easy. Even if you are into let's say you want to boost your sales, you can have CRM, POS, point of sales. If you want to have a service kind of industry, you can use project, timesheet, help desk. If you want to streamline your operations, you can use inventory, manufacturing, if you are a manufacturing company, MRP and purchase. If you are an e-commerce, you can use e-commerce site, website builder, and for the accounting, you can use invoicing and accounting as well. And if you want to reach out to your customers through a different modes, you can reach out to an email marketing, SMS marketing, marketing automation, how you can reach out to a customer in an easier way. So every time you don't have to call your customers, right? Even you can customize your modules, if you have something which is critical for your business, you can customize that in Odoo modules as well. So in a layman language, you can say Odoo is bundled up everything in a single app, that you can get everything: help desk, sales, CRM, rental, and everything in one module itself. So it's a single app. You don't have to use different modules, different softwares, different ERPs, for your business. If you talk about now, in the traditional ERPs, they are centered on accounting. Their focus is on accounting, and according to that, they have a sales, inventory, manufacturing, and purchases. But in the modern era, companies have new challenges. It's now for marketing, customer service, e-commerce, communication. It's more like Odoo is more into a customer centered. When a customer is in the center, and the other modules or the other apps are around them. Now marketing, sales, accounting. Now what is your customer's requirement? How you can be best reach out to your customer? How you can serve your customers better? Because in today's modern, we need to understand that the customer is the king, right? So how the customer delight or the customer satisfaction is important. So Odoo will be the best fit for the companies who are actually more into a customer centric. And Odoo, that is one of the best thing about Odoo, that they think about the customer, how you can best reach out to your customer through emails, SMS, and how you can, everything can be centered through customers. Now we're going to directly talk about Odoo Rental. We'll talk about Odoo's rental dashboard, other stuff about rental. We'll directly jump onto our module now. So here we go. This is the dashboard about Odoo, where you can see discuss, rental, inventory, invoicing, apps, settings. Now we'll talk about a few things which are a very small integration part, but you can look at which can be easily used. If you talk about, now this is one of the section as in apps. Now if apart from these apps you want to use any other app, you can directly just search and install it. That will be installed in your dashboard. If you want to look for something and want to search something, let's say you just quickly start typing. You don't have to click on the search bar or do control F to search something. You just can directly just start typing and it will be automatically appeared here. Okay, we'll go to rental module now. So here's the dashboard of rental, where you can see a different labels, orders, schedule, products, reporting, configuration part. Now this is configuration, reporting, and some of these labels are common for most of the applications, where you can see how you want to configure for according to your business, according to your customer's need. You can configure that your module as well. So this is first one, orders. You have in orders you can see this dashboard. You can see your customers as well, that how many customers you have registered. If you want to have more customers, you can directly create from here as well, or any customer that you have created, it will show appear here. You have to do today for pickup or return, This is one schedule which is in a calendar view, which can be viewed in a day, a week, month, and year as well. So we're going to discuss this, how that would look when we create one of the order for rental. This is a product model. You can see the different products that you have created related to rental or the sales that you can see it here. Now this is the reporting part, which you will see in every module, that you can have a bar graph, line graph, a pie chart. You can view that as well, even in the pivot view as well. So first, before we start creating any sales or the rental order, we're going to quickly see what all quickly configuration that you could do for your products. We're going to quickly create one of the product that would help you understand how the products can be created and what thing that you can add for your rental. So I'm going to create one of the product, let's say, since we have taken one of the example of fitness company, and most of their challenges are how they can manage their products in terms of when it's picked up or even rented out the products, how that can be quickly, if we talk about how that can be rented out, or if it's booked for a certain period for a 2 months, 3 months time, how that can be very easily manageable and how you can keep a track of it. So I'm quickly creating one of the product, that is exercise ball. Let me just go ahead and add one of the images so it is easy. So I'm adding a pic here. So this is a storable product that we have kept as a product type. I'm going to go ahead and create rental. Let's say I want to keep this for 1 week. I'll do 1 week here. And I want to keep certain price. Let's say I want to keep it 300 as for 1 week. I can have more as well. Let's say for 1 month. I want to keep this for 1000. Could have more as well. Let's say I want to keep it for 3 months. I can have that for 3 months. This can be rented for 2500. So you can see the reservation as well, that if in case want to charge for an extra hour, let's say that this person has rented that product for 1 week and you want to charge that person for an extra hour if it's past 1 week, or if the person has rented for 1 month and you want to charge for the extra day. Let's say for the extra day, I want to go ahead and charge 100 rupees if that is crossed more than 30 days. Now this is one thing under reservation security time. Let's say after one reservation or one rental process, the next rental process, how it's a security time between first rental and the second rental. So what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and keep that for 3 hours, that the one rental is completed, and for the second rental, I want to keep the security hour as in third hour for your maintenance, for the quality check before you rent out for your second rental order. So quickly we'll go ahead and put that in the save. You could also have, let's say, if you want to manage your product under by unique serial number, you can do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and keep that as in tracking for a serial number. Now I'll go ahead and update the quantity. Let's say I have a quantity of 6 pieces of this particular product. I'll put some serial number. I'm creating 6. I'll create just 2 just for an example that you can see. So now you can see when I say exercise ball, I have 2 units in my hand. I'll quickly go ahead and create one of the order. Let's say I'm going to create an order now. I have a customer, one of the customer cardio work, who want to rent out this exercise ball. They want out one of this for, let's say, for 618 to for 1 month, 718. So it's 1 month. This system is pretty smart, that will be easily calculated here, that for 1 month we have put it 1000. I'll go ahead and see, select the serial number, that's EB001, and add this. I'll add it and go ahead and it'll show you with the price, that with the GST. I'll go ahead and confirm this order. So the moment I confirm that, you can see this product has been reserved, right? So this product has been EB001, that's the serial number that we entered, that the product has been reserved. I'll keep that as it is, as in reserved. What we'll do, we'll go ahead and create one more order to show you that whether we can pick EB001 has been reserved. So I'm going to go ahead and select one more customer. Let's say I'm selecting Quads Gym. I'm selecting the same product, exercise ball, that is for, let's say from, I'm going to pick, let's say this customer wants to rent out this from 21st June to 21st July. Okay, since we have selected again 1 month and same quantity, there are 2 units available. If you see that now, when I select the serial number, EB001 it's not shown here because that has been reserved. So I can only select EB002 and add that. Okay, I could have add more products as well. Let's say the person wants to also want dumbbell set. Okay, now this they want it for 3 months. I'm going to go ahead and put that for 3 months, apply. And here they want 2 quantities. I can again have the serial numbers which are available, that would show me here. And let's, in case there's some serial numbers that say DS001, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some of the serial number that you see that is, one of the product is damaged and you don't want to give it to someone, that you don't pick that serial number and just pick the other one, that would show as in reserve as well. So now this is the bill. I'll go ahead and confirm this rental order. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pick up this. Let's say now the person has picked this up. You can see that will show serial number, the reserve quantity here, the dumbbell set reserve quantity here, the serial number that we given, and validate this. The moment we validate this, this would go under picked up. Now that this rental order has been picked up, okay, that will show here, and you can also see everything that has been in the chatter box as well, that the quantity which was confirmed as sales order which has been picked up. You can see exercise ball, which serial number was picked up, dumbbell set which was been picked up. Now let's say if I want to log note for the customer, if the customer has portal rights, that can be managed as well. And if someone else from your team that is managing this rental order, you can maybe you can write something to that employee as well. Please call this customer to return this product on time. So I can log this as well. Okay, if let's say I want to schedule an activity for someone, or if for myself, I can let's say I want to call the customer if there is something in delay in maybe in a payment or delay in returning the product. I have a due date. Let's say I have a due date of September. I want to make sure that September 2019. I call this customer just 2 days ahead of before this return the period completes, because there is another customer who's actually wants to rent out that from September 21st or September 22nd for another 6 months. So I want to make sure that I remind that to customer, reminder for customer to return the product. So what I can do, I can go ahead and create that, schedule an activity. So the moment I schedule that activity, it would show me as an activity. So post 90, when it's due, it would show me as an activity that this is due, that you have to call the customer and remind them that this product has to be returned on time. Okay, let's assume that now these 3 months have been passed, that 9/24, I mean we are in September 21st, and customer wants to return this product, that the fitness equipment that they have rented. Now let's say since they picked up exercise ball 1, they want to return that. Dumbbell set they had picked 2, but out of that 2 they just want to return 1, and this 1 return for exercise ball and 1 return for dumbbell set, and we can validate that. So the system is pretty smart, that would automatically calculate that it's still under picked up because we haven't got all the products returned yet. So it would be shown here that the one quantity was one quantity was delivered and 1 is returned. So we're still invoicing is pending. For dumbbell set, quantity was 2 was delivered, and is only 1 returned, and 1 is still pending. That you can also see in the chatter. Now again you can go ahead and return that for the next day that the person wants to deliver that one, return that product which was pending, and we can go ahead and validate that. The moment we validated that, it would show under return. You can see that it would show under return. So it's pretty quickly you can manage pickup, return, your reserve products as well, and system is pretty smart that you don't have to do any manual work for this. System will automatically calculate that. Now what we can do, since we have got everything, you want you want to create your invoice, you can do that even prior to customer picks up that product. You can do that online as well, or if you want customer to pay that online, you can do that as well. But what you want to do, once the products has been returned, now you want to create an invoice. So what we can do, we can go ahead and create an invoice. The invoice has been created. This is the amount that the customer has already paid. Now we're going to post that, and we'll go ahead and register the payment. So since we have payment registered here, then we can go back to this SO. You can see now there's one invoice under this with the customer has paid, and there are no amount due. Now what you can do, now you want to go ahead and print this pick up and return receipt to the customer. Since it's been paid and everything is done, you can pick up and return that, and you can give it to the customer over the online or WhatsApp or whatever medium that you use to send it to the customer. You can see here that's pick up and return receipt as well. Same that you want to go ahead and attach that to this to this particular rental order, you can do that. Have the attachment, you can attach that as well. So this is about a rental. That's the entire process, that how you can manage in any of the pickup service, return service, and how you can manage your reserve process as well. How you can see, if you talk about a schedule part, you can see on a schedule how it looks in the calendar view. Let's say for the one entire year, I can see by barbell set, dumbbell set, which was been rented for which period. I could see for which month, for which date it has been rented. I can easily manage in the calendar view as well. If I want to group by, let's say if I want to group by customer, I could see which is the one of the customer, which is a most important customer to us. Let's say, then you can see that, okay, this is the customer who has rented most of the products, more products. You can see that from here by doing group by. If you want to do it group by, let's say by product, you can do that as well. Let's say by product, which product has been more rented out. That for you it is important. If you are into a manufacturing, that particular product can be manufactured more. If you are doing a trading business, if you are purchasing for someone, then you can do that as well. Now if you want to filter it out, let's say if I want to filter it out for to do today, it could help me to do today. If I want to filter it out by late, it would show me which all products has been late, it has not been sent on time. I can see quotations as well, that I could filter it out that from here. If certain things I want to for filter, I want to save certain, for let's say under favorites, I can do that, the save current search as in favorite. So the next time when I open this, it would show me as in favorite. So this is about a schedule, managing a schedule, your calendar view. Okay, now we're going to talk about the reporting part, how you can look at the reporting stuff. So this is what it shows under different date that the product which has been reserved. You can see it here, and you can also manage that through a pivot view. Now for the 17, and let's say I want to put that here as in daily return quantity. I can add that as a daily return quantity, which particular product will be returned on this date. So according to that, I can manage my schedule. If I have a customer in future after post that date, whether I'll have enough quantity to rent that out product. So I can manage that as well. Same thing again, I can do this group by salesperson, group by customer, a different customer, what are, the daily picked up has been, the amount that has been paid, return quantity and everything would be shown here under pivot view. So this is about the reporting part. Now there is one more thing I want to show it to you under order. Now this is the different view that you can have. This is the list view. It says the rental status on, all and all. Let's say if I want to do it quotation, it will show me under which are thing on a quotation sent. It will show me if I have anything. If it's reserved, it would show me under reserved only. If it's picked up, it would show me under picked up. Return, it would show me under return product, and if anything has been cancelled, it would show me under cancel as well. So this has been categorized for an individual category. Now if there is any, and let's say if for under reserved thing, if there is any upselling opportunity, it would show me here for under invoice status as well. And you can see there is one more thing here, as even in the calendar view, that which SO or the the rental order was created on which date. You can manage that over the calendar view as well. Let's say for a day wise, if you want to manage that a day wise, if you want to manage it month wise, you can see it in a month wise. Again, pivot view, what is the total revenue that you have generated, how much the invoices has been created, what amount that you have got for this rent out. You can see in a which all customers under bar graph, you can see which all customers has what revenue that you have generated so far, that you can see here as well. So pretty much about rental services and how you can have your products reserved, returned and picked up, and how you can manage that through reports as well, how you can create your products, how you can have if it's late charges, how you can manage that. Let's say if the person or the customer hasn't given that within a time period that has been set for a 1 week or 1 month or a 3 months, and it is not been returned on time, how you can manage that your late fees as well. And it's pretty easy to use, user friendly. Even if you are not a techie guy, you can still manage and use Odoo ERP pretty easily. So this is about Odoo ERP, the Odoo Rental. Now we're going to talk about how you can implement Odoo. So if you talk about as a direct, you can have a purchase a success pack from an internal team, would have a dedicated person that's an SME, a subject matter expert who would help you implement your project according to your business requirement, what all apps that you need, how how that can be helpful. They would also help you if someone has in the past similar kind of a company or the industry have been part of a rental module. They will help you how they those projects were implemented and how that could help you as well. So implementation method, fast implementation method, keep the solution as standard as possible, will ensure that the solution is as standard as possible. If there's something customization or anything is required, they would always help you, since Odoo has a studio app and that could help you customize anything that according to your business requirement. The hosting, that could have a SaaS or Odoo SH for the benefit. What benefits you will have? It's a fast implementation and cheap, pretty cheap, simplified processes and standard software. So that's about the implementation, the overall implementation, how you can implement Odoo. Now if you have any questions, you can write your questions in the chat box. We can try cover those questions today. Okay, great. So now for more information, you can always have, schedule a demo with us, with the sales team. We'll ensure that will help you at the best possible manner. You can reach out to me directly on my email address, ngu@odoo.com. If you want to reach out by phone, you can reach out on the phone number which is mentioned here, 917940500100. My extension is 216. If you can always visit our website, www.odoo.com/contact page. You can reach out to us by that if you want to directly go ahead and create a demo from online page. So that's it about today's webinar. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining today. We'll see you in the next webinar. Thank you.